On the way to the ring, from Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin. On the way to the ring, the suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, death-defying Sabu.
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's match. Sheesh.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
Pop a Foley and check your rollies. It's crime time.
I can't believe he countered that one.
What a reversal.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing the pitcher of ice water out here with me next time. Look at the confidence radiating off this superstar.
All I see is an overconfident superstar who's throwing away the match by not following up.
Is that? Yes, that's an elimination.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. You're not going to get him with that one.
This is a mistake, JR. Everyone knows that overconfidence costs superstars matches.
That might be true, King, but all I see is a very confident superstar who's got everything going his way.
You ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths are going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knocker. And if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog with a case of the limber tape.
All right, enough. I'm getting a translator before I have to come out here with you again.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? You got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, he's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now.
That went nowhere. He just got tossed out rather unceremoniously, in my opinion.
Oh, no! This is terrible! You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum!
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers. That's one fewer superstar in this match. A textbook reversal there.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think...
Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match. And now it's paying off.
Here we go.
Talk about adding insult to injury. Tossed out of the ring and the match.
And it's been reversed.
Superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so... Oh, here we go. What a jerk. How about continuing the match?
I don't think he's in any hurry to end this one, King. And I don't think the crowd wants it to end either. This capacity crowd is making their opinion. He countered that and made it look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon. Looks like his hopes of winning this one have been shattered, JR.
I'm sure I'm not the only one in this arena.
Wow, he wasn't too gentle about throwing him out.
That's it. The match is over for that particular superstar. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these
Up and over and out. Eliminated. CM Punk might be young, inexperienced.
He might as well start walking back to the locker room. He's out of this match.
I think we're going to fight over the top rope and down to the floor. That's an elimination.
Say what you will about Sabu. I don't think I've ever seen a performer who takes his opponents to the extreme like he does.
You say, this is great, JR. He's really letting his opponent have it.
I guess he is, but I'd like to see a little less sizzle and a little more steak, personally.
Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now. For over a decade, WWE fans, he doesn't look too happy about it, but an elimination is an elimination. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why... And there's the elimination.
His opponent telegraphed that one. He saw that one coming.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Kenny Doctor's first WWE appearance was with the all-male cheerleading squad, the Spirit Squad. Not that that's a bad thing. Yes, sir.
Come on. I bet you thought about being a male cheerleader for OU. Waving those pom-poms and grinning like an idiot.
We didn't have male cheer. Oh, boy. The adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something quick.
He's a slippery devil.
Watch out. He reversed it.
Excellent counter. What ring presence.
I've never personally had to face Snitsky yet in my career, and I can't tell you how happy I am about that.
I don't blame you. I'm more than a little scared of him myself.
Well, that goes without saying. Look at you, JR. Who have you ever beaten?
I don't know. I've never weighed myself soaking wet. This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going...
Oh, no! I don't like the looks of this!
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out. I've had many opportunities to see Carlito up close and in person, and I have to tell you, I'm impressed with what this kid brings to the table.
What's that exactly? A bunch of half-chewed apples? What's so cool about that?
I tell you what's cool, King, and that's the charisma and
what does he think he's doing? He's just showing off to the crowd now.
he's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words.
He reversed it.
Look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well. There's the reverse.
This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow. Could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary?
Look at the fire in the eyes of the great Khali. He's here to deliver a slobber knock.
Yeah? Well, that's not hard to do when you're a 7-foot monster.
He's not going to get caught with that one. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
You sure they can afford it, JR?
Oh, Booker T will tell you how great he is until your dadgum ears fall off. But quite frankly, I'd rather see him put up or shut up.
What are you talking about, JR? He's a world heavyweight champion and a 5-time WCW champion.
Not to take anything away from Booker's accomplishments, but I've seen superstars with twice the credentials do half the both.
Hey, that's King Booker to you. Have a little respect for us royal types.
What a phenomenon is the animal Batista. You talk about a force of nature, you're looking at him right there.
Force of nature? More like freak of nature, if you ask me. The fact that Batista even considers himself a main eventer is ridiculous.
He's a multiple-time heavyweight champion, King. In my book, once you wear that title around your waist, you've made it in this business.
Come on, JR. Haven't you ever heard of a fluke champion? Batista got lucky. You don't get into the Hall of Fame for being lucky.
No, you don't. And you don't get there on a fluke. Batista's the real deal. And that's why it wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Well, there's one less superstar in this match now. That's it. He's out of the ring, and that means he's out of the match, too. Talk about intimidating. Snitsky's got everything it takes to be a dominating force in the WWE.
And that worries me. I'd hate to have a monster like Snitsky having his run of the place.
I don't understand why you like Carlito so much, JR. What, did he lie to you and tell you that you were cool or something?
I've never been accused of being cool by Carlito or anyone else, King. Quite frankly, I'm not sure I'd look cool. He's been removed from the ring and from contention in this match.
He countered that one perfectly. He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy these fans love confidence in their superstars. And that's just what they're seeing from him here tonight.
Well, he can do this until the cows come home, but that's not going to win him the match.
These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that...
And here he goes, taking advantage of a stunned opponent.
And how, JR? He just exploded with that gory bomb. I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they haven't. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over, don't bother showing up.
I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy, JR. There's no off-season. It's not like you've got 6 months to recover after WrestleMania.
That's for damn sure. And that's why I don't think there can be any doubt in anyone's mind that the superstars of the WWE are the...
I don't believe it! He's been eliminated! Man, I don't mind telling you, JR. Oh my gosh! He's been eliminated from the match!
I don't believe it. We might see a superstar get beat with their own finishing move here.
Looks like someone's heading for the high red district. I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear. There he goes. He's out of the match. This match has come to an abrupt end for that superstar.
Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left in that ring, mark my words.
I hope these fans appreciate it, JR. These superstars are putting it all on the line for them right here tonight. The scariest thing about Snitsky isn't his size or his strength. It's the fact that he just doesn't care about anyone or anything.
We've seen that time and time again from the man with the yellow teeth. And we're seeing
he took a ride over the top rope, down to the floor, and out of this match. Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
My name
What are
is
you
Finley,
talking about,
and
King?
I
think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say. A reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
What a counter! You think these fans have gotten their money's worth tonight, JR? Oh, man, here it comes, JR!
The RKO! These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
It's like he read his opponent's mind. I think I see where this one's going, JR. I don't think we're very far from the end of the match.
I disagree entirely, King. I bet my Oklahoma Sooner ass that this one isn't even close to being over.
That's a pretty big bet, JR. Are you sure you're able to cover it?
Did you see that? Ring the damn bell. You can't let somebody get away with that.
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal. You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and that's a fact. I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure, King. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show. I don't think that's it, King.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's gonna go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job.
You know, despite the fact that he spent a lot of his career on SmackDown and in WCW, Gregory Helms has actually turned out okay.
Okay? How can you say that, King? He's turned his back on his fans, and he doesn't care about anyone but himself.
And he's held about half a dozen different titles over his career, JR. Say what you will about his attitude, but you can't argue with success. You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be...
Here's your winner, Marcus Corvon.